Hi friends, how are you guys? Welcome back to my channel. We are grabbing our first meal of the day today. We went to McDonald's because it was on the way. I haven't had McDonald's in a little bit. I am showing you my favorite things that I get at McDonald's today. I'm a very simple gal. I don't know the McDonald's menu too well. So I basically get the same thing all the time. The only thing that I didn't get today that sometimes I do love is the Big Mac, but I feel like if I had to choose between the Big Mac and the Whopper, I would probably choose the Whopper, but there's something about the Big Mac that is just as good, so I guess it would be a very hard decision for me. But today at McDonald's, I got their iced coffee. This is gonna be a hit or miss. I used to get their iced coffee all the time. McDonald's iced coffee is so simple yet so good, and I get mine with extra sweetener in it because if I don't ask for extra sweetener, they make it really bitter, and I'm more of like a creamy, not too sweet, like still can taste the coffee kind of gal. I'm looking at this and I'm not too sure how I feel about this. You usually can tell if your coffee is going to be good by the color. And then I also got medium fries. I got a cheeseburger, and then I got a 10-piece chicken McNugget. That is what I get. Simple, to the point. There's nothing better than eating McDonald's like after the drive-thru. After you pick it up, it's nice and fresh. Oh my god. So good. And my favorite is if I'm gonna eat the chicken McNuggets, I'm gonna go to the drive-thru at McDonald's because it is so crispy, you guys. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh! I get mine with barbecue. It doesn't taste the same when you like take it home or you do like Postmates or DoorDash. It's not as crispy. It's kind of soggy by the time you eat it, but when you order it and eat anything fresh, wow. Oh my god, it's so good. Well, also, I started my period this morning and I am so hungry. My lower back aches so bad and I'm getting like weird stomach pains. You know, like the period stomach pains, but I'm like starving and craving everything. Let's try this coffee together. I feel like it's not gonna hit. Let's see. I wish there was more ice. It's not the end of my world, actually. It's not too bad. I have a cheeseburger. I love their cheeseburgers because I think they're so tiny and like the perfect size. And I used to ask for my cheese. Don't they have onions in here? Or did I make that up? There used to be, yes. There's diced onions in here. I used to ask for it without the diced onions, but as of like 6 months ago or so, I've been really into onions now. I don't know what's wrong with me. Everyone in my life is kind of low-key freaking out, and so am I, because I have always hated onions. Like, you guys know that about me. I have no idea why I like onions now. I think your taste buds change as you get older. There's something about Their cheeseburger. It's so good. There's a nice breeze. Oh my god, it feels so nice. It's still 95 degrees outside though. But you see how small it is, you guys? Like 2 bites and I'm practically done. Michelle and I are going to the movies tomorrow night because we're gonna watch It Ends With Us. Which, weird story, you guys. The movie It Ends With Us with like Blake Lively, it's based on a book by Colleen Hoover, I think. I haven't read the book, so I don't really know anything about this. I'm just really interested in watching the movie. But it's kind of weird because the movie came out August 9th. And we noticed that after this weekend, it's not showing at any movie theaters anymore. I mean, I always thought that movies stay in the theater for like at least a month, right? Or like 2 months. But I don't know. This is actually my first time going to the movie theaters to watch a movie in years. I cannot remember the last time I went to a movie theater to watch a movie. The last time I was in a theater was like 2 years ago. I don't know if you guys remember, but I filmed like a mukbang there, and they rented out like the entire theater for us to film. That was cool, but I can't remember the last time I went to the theater to watch a movie. I say this every time I eat McDonald's, but their fries used to be better. When you're hungry, that cheeseburger hits. I also brought my water. I think I stopped going to the movies a very long time ago because of all the shootings that happen. I think the shootings or just like not even just the shootings, like any like violence or anything, like at concerts or movie theaters or schools or anything like that. I think that it gave me a lot of like big crowd anxiety. So like anywhere that has a lot of big crowds, I get very anxious because you really never know what's gonna happen. The world is so like wild these days. I think Taylor Swift canceled like 3 nights on her tour because there was a like a terrorist attack threat that they found out about. So that doesn't make me feel any better about big crowds. So I feel like me going to the movies tomorrow night is a really big deal. For myself, at least. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I don't go to fairs. And I know a lot of people are sitting there like, you can't let this stop you from living life. But I think regardless of all the violence in the world, I just have never been a big crowd person. I don't like being in big crowds. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. I also can't breathe in big crowds. Like, I have so much like respect for people that go to concerts and stuff when they're like in those big crowds, like standing super squished together. Because I feel like I wouldn't be able to breathe. I feel like I would have a panic attack. I think the last time I was actually in a big crowd was probably when I took Michelle to see Adele last year in Vegas. But the thing with the Adele concert, and if you guys have been to one, then you know, it is so well organized. You don't feel like you're actually going to a concert. You have your assigned seats, and the place is just like so big that there was like never any crowds. Like even the lines, because she had her show in Vegas at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace. And so when you walk in, there's like a bar there and you can get your drinks and stuff before you get to your seat. And then another thing about the Adele concert is that it's like mostly geared towards like, I guess you could say like older people. Not that like we're old or anything, or like, not like there's an issue with that, but mostly her audience is like, I would say, like for the most part, like there were definitely like 18-year-olds and like 20-year-olds at the concert, but for the most part, I feel like her audience was a lot of just like the older generation. So I feel like the crowd was much more calm, and like everyone took their time, and like everyone planned ahead, and it was just very, very stress-free. There was no crowd, there was no line, everything was so well organized. Like the whole situation was so peaceful. I was actually really nervous to go to the Adele concert because of like my crowd anxiety, but I really enjoyed it. If you guys ever get a chance to go see Adele sing live, like, it was probably one of the best experiences I've ever experienced. Like, I'm so, so grateful that I was able to see Adele sing live. I was so grateful I was able to bring my best friend with me. Like, that is like a memory that we will always have. And I remember we like got into our seats, and Michelle and I think I bought the tickets not like too last minute. It was like probably a month before the show, but it was like the seats all the way at the top, because the Coliseum is kind of built pointing down. It's a little trippy when you're there, but I got the seats all the way at the top, and they were still like $900 a ticket, you guys. So for both of us, it was $2,000, which in my head, I'm like, that's crazy expensive. And then I come to find out that the people that are sitting on the ground, like near the stage where she's singing, they're paying like $25,000 for a seat. Isn't that crazy? I was like, I love Adele, but $25,000 is a really big down payment on a car. Or you can get an entire car with $25,000. That's wild, you guys. But we got the seats at the top, and we were still able to see everything. Like, she did such a good job. And I think she's coming back to Vegas this fall, actually. So if you guys are interested, sometimes when you book last minute, you get cheaper tickets. So that's a little tip that I learned. But she does a great job with her stage, like production design. So the screens were so big, you felt like she was right in front of your face. But I remember when she came out and sang hello, Michelle and I started crying. It was like such an amazing experience. I loved it. My camera shut off on me. I have a Sony ZV-E10, and I've had a Sony before, and I've noticed with the Sonys, whenever it overheats or you film for too long or the sun is blazing, it shuts off on you. So if you're looking to buy a Sony, just keep that in mind. My My other cameras, they don't shut off on me ever. Like I'm so sorry. Ooh, the freaking fry. I could film for hours and hours in like 100-degree weather and it'll keep rolling. So I wasn't used to this camera. I was like midway talking about Adele and it just shut off. Mmm. They're still so crispy because I have them sitting out in the sun. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna wrap up my eating because I should have brought my other camera. Well, now I know. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for having lunch with me. I have to go to an appointment right now. But thank you so much for having lunch with me. It's always so nice to hang out with you guys. Oh, Michelle's calling. Oh my God, I have so many surprises for you guys coming up video-wise. Like, so many surprise mukbangs and like, oh my gosh, so many things up my sleeve. I cannot wait to tell you guys about it. But make sure you guys check back every single day for a new mukbang so you know exactly what it is. I'll talk to you guys then. I hope you have a great weekend wherever you are and you guys stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.